Hey guys, here we are. We are still at the TA in Denmark, Tennessee. It is 9:31 p.m. LongHaul Larry, Big Blue, and of course, not so loud, little old Johnny, the chicken. We're still on this load here with this Wendy's Constrip for chili. Been sitting here all day long. I've actually been sitting here for what, 16 hours, something like that. I slept, I woke up, and I had a headache when I went to sleep, and I ended up it just started getting worse and worse. And I don't know if I slept a little bit wrong or what, but my neck has gone out. I got me a migraine headache. Been dealing with it all day long. I actually haven't had issues with these for years. Pretty much since I had my neck surgery. I had 2 plates put in my neck with 8 titanium screws, and I haven't had a migraine headache since, but I've had one today. They do quite the number on me. I've actually been up pretty much all afternoon. I did fall back to sleep, and I just woke up about half an hour ago. And I'm feeling a little better. I'm not so dizzy and all this stuff, and still got an ache and everything. It's just I can hardly hold my neck up. So I got bags of ice that I've been putting on all day, putting on my back and everything, and lots of aspirin and everything. And so I think I'm gonna take off and do some running and knock out some of these miles. We're 832 miles away from our destination of Savage, Maryland, and I think we're gonna knock out a chunk of this tonight, get a big chunk of this, and then probably go to sleep and get up tomorrow and run the thing the rest of the way in. So let's get it moving. All right. I think I said this before, but we have 832 miles to go to our destination. Trying to make some tracks. I used to get these migraine headaches a couple times a year, and they actually make me so dizzy that it makes me it makes me actually get sick to my stomach, and really does a number on me. But like I said, I haven't had one in a long time. I can actually feel it right under my back where it is. It's way up in top of my shoulder blades. It's where I fractured a vertebrae. I worked at Kohler Company, and I can feel it. It's out. I've been trying to pop it all day long, because I can do that. A lot of times I can work on it and move it around and stuff, and I can get it to pop and click and then kind of get it back in. This guy's gonna walk right out the middle of the driveway, huh? Just kind of looked at me like I was in his way. But I have not been able to get it back in. I got my little ice bag that I showed you guys that I bought at Walmart, and I just dump ice in it, putting that on there and stuff, and I'm hoping that it'll loosen up here in the next few hours driving, and I can get it to pop. 'Cause otherwise I'm gonna have a bad night. Well, there we go. We're on the road. really kind of sucked is I ended up there. I only had like 3 minutes left to drive when I found that place. I didn't know what I was going to do. It's actually, there was just no way I'm going to stop it in Memphis and deal with traffic and all that. And there's no place I was going to find the park in Memphis either at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I went on through and I was driving up the road. I was going to run out of hours. And I came around the corner and I was like, TA, I wonder. It's like 4 in the morning. Maybe they might have an opening. And sure enough, I pulled in there and there was a spot open. I actually pulled across the street. There was a little truck stop across the street. I actually pulled in there. I saw they had a bunch of openings. I was like, oh, okay. I like going to the smaller places anyways. This guy's got his airlines dragging underneath his truck. I don't know if you can see it or not. I haven't seen it for a couple seconds. But you might see sparks flying there, right there. There's sparks jumping around. If you remember me, well, here at first I go. I pulled into that little truck stop, and when I pulled in there, they wanted you to pay for parking. I was like, yeah, right. I'll pay for parking out here in the middle of Tennessee. And I ended up going over to the TA, and it turned out that they had one spot that was available, so that was cool. If you guys remember from my seriously, dude. Guys remember from my intermodal days, I'd show you guys, I check over trailers and everything. The airline, you want to make sure it has that spring on it. That's what's dragging. He doesn't have the spring on there or something. The airline, one of the little connector deals, they're like little metal hooks that hold all the lines together. It's probably dragging on the ground. So he might have an airline that's going to rub through and lose all of his air, or something's going to happen there. But I definitely don't want to be behind him. One time I had a guy that I saw sparks like that, and I came up behind him. I figured it was an airline or whatever, and I came up behind him and I got close and I looked down. It was his whole brake chamber was broke off his truck and was dragging by the hose, bouncing all around. It was like, whoa. I started honking my horn at the guy and everything, and he finally looked at me and I'm pointing him to pull over, pointing back and stuff, and I saw he was put his blinker on for an exit, and I dove off the exit too, and I pulled over the shoulder and he came up behind me, and I walked him back there and I'm like, dude, your brake chamber's busted off. It's like flopping around. Thing's gonna come flying out. I mean, that thing weighs 15 pounds probably. Go flying out, go through somebody's windshield or something. He was like, oh, alright, well, I got like 100 miles to go and then I'll be back at the yard, so I'll let them deal with it. I just looked at the guy and I'm like, you might kill somebody with this, Like, oh, I don't own a truck. I just, whatever. These guys just don't have common sense. But we're off and rolling. 73-mile marker. We're making our miles really super fast. Now we only have 827 miles to go. I'll catch you guys later. Hey guys, here we are, 11:30 p.m. Just running through Nashville, Tennessee. Making our way eastbound. Got a temperature of 77 degrees. And back's doing alright. I haven't been able to get it to pop yet. Basically feels about like somebody's taking about an 8-penny nail, basically hammering it between my shoulder blades is what it feels like. It's stretching and trying to get it to pop and click, but just can't get it to do it right now. But I'll live. Go through this back stuff all the time. Well, there we go, guys. Virginia. It is 4:01 a.m. We have finally made it to Virginia and back to the 70-mile-an-hour speed limit. I really find it funny, these guys here, these bigger company, XPO and all this stuff. It's been this way ever since there's been, like, you know, you're running at 55-mile-an-hour speed limits. And then right before that becomes the 70, then they all come flying past you. They've done it to me a couple times. It's like a half mile before it turns 70, they all come running past. But they can only do like 68 or 67. It's like one little opportunity they get to pass somebody, they're going to take it. I don't know, I just find it funny. We are rolling along, just coming through Bristol, entering into Tennessee. I have 401 miles to go to my destination to deliver all this chili concentrate. It sounds weird. Over here is 68 degrees. And we're just rolling along. Well, hey guys, here we are. September 26, 2015. It is 1:30 p.m. We were in the town of, oh, I can't even pronounce this. I never can pronounce this. I don't know how it's pronounced. Here we go, Wytherville, something like that, Virginia. Pulled in here about 4:30 this morning, something like that. And I actually just needed to do a half an hour break. I could have got back 3 hours or whatever. But I thought I would actually save more time just to take the 8 hour. If you do a half an hour, then I wasn't going to be able to make it all the way to the receiver on the hours I had. So I decided I would just do my 8 hour. So I went to sleep for 6-7 hours, whatever. Got up and took a shower and grabbed something to eat and everything else, and ready to go. I can't see this car. Yep. This is pretty goofy right here, the way they have this set up there. I kind of cut off a car. I didn't see it until the last second. It was already coming out. Oh well, they stopped. I saw them stopping, so I just kept that going. But I just did my 8 hour break, and we're gonna make our way up. We have 325 miles to go to our destination. Make it happen. I only have I got 3.5 hours I can drive, so I can only drive what to about 300, not quite. I don't know. I can't drive all the way there, and I'm gonna have to stop and do a 2-hour break. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably I have actually polished up one of my steer rims the best I could with what I had, and I came out pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. But I'm probably going to I'll probably do the other one, and then I'll show you guys what they look like. So I'll probably do that on my 2-hour break. There's another Flying J right here. I was driving up in there this morning, and I was like, I thought one of them was a Pilot, one of them was a Flying J, and I was actually thinking about going and getting some breakfast, actually going into like Denny's and getting some breakfast and stuff, and I figure, well, the Flying J is gonna have the Denny's. Yeah, I got you there, truck. I see you. I see what you're cooking. And I was driving on the road, and all of a sudden I was like, I must have missed the Pilot. Because it said Flying J and it had a Denny's. So I pulled in there and I was looking around and I was like, man, this looks like the first place, not the second place. I guess they have 2 Flying J's within a couple miles of each other. Come on, pickup truck, get going. I'm stuck out here now in this left lane. Moved over to let that truck in, and it's gonna drive right next to me. So we're running along. My head and stuff, it's kind of just like a dull ache is going on. It is a little bit better. I don't know why I'm getting a migraine now. I haven't had one for years. But it's just kind of a dull ache at the moment. So we're just working through it. We'll be fine. So I'll catch you guys later. later. I hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, a great night. If you're watching this here video, if you are not, certainly can change all that. We can just try it all over again tomorrow. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later.